This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, May 9th, 2019. This is John Frenay, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Anne Arundel County Circuit Court Judge Laura Ripken signed orders yesterday ordering that Jarrod Ramos receive a psychiatric evaluation at the Clifton T. Perkins Hospital Center, which is the maximum security facility at Maryland's Forensic Psychiatric Hospital. Ramos is the man who was charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder in the June 2018 shooting at the Capital Gazette newsroom in Annapolis, where Wendy Winters, John McNamara, Rob Hyacin, Rebecca Smith, and Gerald Fishman were gunned down. And lawyers for Ramos pleaded last month that he was not criminally responsible by reason of insanity, and this evaluation is to determine his competency to either stand trial and also his criminal responsibility. A doctor independent from the prosecution will write a report with the recommendations, and it will be sent to the attorneys as well as the court. Currently, they still have a November trial date scheduled for this. A real quick reminder to any graduating seniors or to any parents of graduating seniors in the Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Superintendent George Arlotto sent a note home earlier this week, and basically it says don't do stupid stuff between now and the end of graduation, or you may not graduate. You may not participate in prom. You may not participate in graduation. And the stupid behavior pretty much includes possession, consumption, or distribution of any alcohol, controlled or dangerous substances, or any other type of intoxicant. Every year we do hear of a couple students that don't listen. You've got a future ahead of you. Don't screw it up. The Restaurant Association of Maryland held their Stars of the Industry Awards recently, and through public online voting, a lot of Anne Arundel County restaurants came out really good. In the Cornerstone of the Industry Award, which is awarded to companies that best illustrate how restaurants are the cornerstone of the economy and the community, we saw Carroll's Creek Cafe, Glory Days Grill, which is over in Edgewater, the Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill, which is in several places within the county, as well as Miss Shirley's Cafe, which is in Baltimore and right here in Annapolis. And the Maryland Hospitality Hall of Honor 2019 inductee was the Old Stein Inn in Edgewater. The Heart of the Industry Award went to Kristen Walter, who is the general manager of the Point Crab House and Grill in Arnold. And there were many other restaurants that were nominated, however, they didn't win in their specific categories, including Cantler's, Flamant, Union Jack's, Frisco Tap House in Gambrills, and Vita Taco Bar in Annapolis and Severna Park. Hey, small businesses, listen up. Howard Bank has launched a contest to recognize and support small businesses in and around the Baltimore region. The bank's Keep It Local contest is designed to find the community's favorite small businesses in the greater Baltimore area, and the winner will take home a cool $10,000 prize in August after all the votes are tallied. The nominated businesses must be located within Howard Bank's branch footprint, which includes Anne Arundel County, Baltimore County, Cecil County, Harford County, Howard County, as well as Baltimore City. You can nominate as many businesses as you like, and a small business owner can even nominate themselves. The top 15 eligible businesses that advance to the voting round will be announced on June 10th, while the top 5 eligible businesses will be announced on July 8th, and finally, the winner will be announced on August 5th. The Keep It Local nominations are being accepted online and through the mail until May 24th, and you can find out more information or nominate right online. Head on over to howardbank.com/keepitlocal. Thank you very much, Howard Bank. Hey, Maryland is steeped in history and culture. It offers great golfing, mountains, beaches, and you're never far from a major population center. It begs the question as to why is it one of the worst places to retire? According to Bankrate, Kiplinger, and Wallet Hub, Maryland ranks at the bottom. Why? Well, they say it has some of the most congested roads in the country, and you might find a surprise tornado or winter storm blasting in off of the Atlantic at any given time. However, the critical elements are your retirement. Your retirement savings can be demolished by the state's high cost of living, which is 17% above the average, its taxes on IRAs, and its above-average health care cost. The three of them put Maryland in the dead last column for places that you would want to retire. Ouch. Hey, if you're looking for something fun to do tonight, and if you are of the female persuasion, it is the annual Spring Girls Night out at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville. It goes from 6 to 9 p.m. It is free to attend, and there will be several hundred ladies and maybe one or two really brave men. But you'll be able to stroll around their beautiful showroom, the greenhouse, and the nursery, which are all decked out for spring. They will have free food and wine tasting from the area's best restaurants and a special Girls' Night Out discount for anything that you may want to purchase there. It is a real good social evening, I understand. It is the annual Spring Girls' Night Out at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville, and the proceeds from this will benefit the Rotary Club of Annapolis. All right, that is about it for today. Please make sure you're checking out that first link in our show notes for all the different ways to connect with us. You want to give us a rating or a review if you are someplace where you can do that, and let your friends and family know about us. That's how we grow. It is Thursday, so we've got Trevor standing by with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. And of course, like we have every single day, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming up. But first, a real quick message about Makerspace in Severna Park.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Makerspace. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore-Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road, or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at Makerspace.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, May 9th. Another chance of showers and storms today for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County as a frontal boundary near the region continues to keep skies unsettled. Look for highs today in the 72 to 77 degree range. Then rain chances go up a bit tomorrow as a cold front approaches from the west, with temps going up to near 80 ahead of the front before skies are expected to clear for Saturday with highs of 70 to 75 before a chance of showers returns late Saturday into Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
This is Sarah Koenig, host of the Serial Podcast. I'm coming to Annapolis, to Maryland Hall, on Friday, May 17th, for an onstage conversation about how we created Serial, how we make stories, well, how we make them good, and why they matter. I hope you'll come. For tickets, go to marylandhall.org.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Saturday at the Ellen Moyer Nature Park, Annapolis Maritime Museum is hosting Puddles and Paddles in the Park. Get up close and personal with Bat Creek and its marine residents. It's a free family-friendly event featuring live music, educational activities for all ages, a food truck and snow cones will be on site, as well as an inflatable obstacle course, environmental mosaic project, animal encounters by Scales and Tails, as well as kayaking and seining. Also Saturday, in Crofton, be sure to check out the Crofton Steam Festival from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Crofton Middle School, an afternoon of family STEAM fun, sponsored by the Crofton Middle School PTA, featuring interactive science, technology, engineering, and math demos, and activities for kids, STEAM professionals to meet, a STEAM scavenger hunt with awesome prizes, delicious food from local vendors, and we'll be there as well. Now through Sunday, the Muddy Creek Artists Guild is having their 10th anniversary spring art show and sale at the South River Colony Main Street Shopping Center in Edgewater. Explore unique creations from more than 50 local South County artists. Mediums include original paintings, pastels, watercolor, photography, stained glass, sculpture, pottery, textiles, jewelry, and more. Also now through Sunday, in Baltimore, is the 21st Maryland Film Festival, with over 40 feature films and more than 80 short films. Every year, John Waters picks and hosts one of his favorite films of the festival. On Tuesday at Whole Foods in Annapolis is another one of their half-pint kids clubs. This time they're making cucumber sandwiches, great for kids ages 3 to 5. Wednesday, at Local by Design in Annapolis, they're having a beginner's watercolor class with Ray of Light Studio. Learn the basic techniques of watercolor while painting simple botanical lemons. At Maryland Hall this week, don't miss the big gallery reception tonight for 2 great art exhibitions that are going on right now. The first one is called Navigation. In collaboration with the Maryland Federation of Art, it coincides with the inaugural Maryland Boat Week, and the other is Making an Impression, etchings from the Anne Arundel Community College print shop. Both shows run now through June 22nd, and the reception tonight will feature wine and cheese, artists in residence open studios, and a chance to meet the artists behind the newest exhibitions. This week at Claybaker's in Annapolis, tomorrow is one of their regular kids' night out, featuring the movie Incredibles 2, and they'll be doing glass fusing with superheroes and eating lots of pizza. On Sunday and Monday, they have their Mad for Mandalas workshop. Learn how to create a beautiful mandala design on pottery, your choice of either a round or square plate. And on Tuesday, they have their preschool book club, featuring the Very Hungry Caterpillar, reading the book and painting pottery related to the story. This week at the Anne Arundel County Public Library System, today in Odenton is Introduction to 3D Printing, learning the basics of 3D printing using the Tinkercad online software for adults and teens. On Monday in Linthicum is Maker Mondays. On Monday in Serota Park is their Minecraft Club. Tuesday in Odenton is STEAM Tuesdays. And also Tuesday in Odenton, they're having a chemistry lab, learning about chemistry concepts through hands-on experiments, and that one's for elementary school students. This week at Unallocated Space in Severn, tomorrow is their DEF CON Group Hacker Hangout, a study group focusing on information security topics with hands-on activities. On Sunday is their Analog Gaming Sunday for non-video gaming, featuring games like Settlers of Catan, Munchkin, and more. Monday is their project night. Tuesday is their Stanford Crypto 1 study group. Conquer the math and mystery of cryptography through puzzles and ciphers. And on Wednesday is their weekly open house. Saturday at the Patuxent Lapidary Guild in Annapolis, they're having a beginning silversmithing class. No silversmithing experience required. This class is for beginners or a refresher for previous students. Students will make one bezel set stone pendant with a bail, and students will either need to bring one small or medium cabochon for the class, or they can purchase one at the class. And this week at Annapolis Makerspace, on Tuesday is our monthly sewing meetup. Wednesday nights are our regular woodworking night now, and Thursdays are our electronics night. And don't forget to drop by the Crofton Steam Festival at Crofton Middle School on Saturday to meet us and say hi. And as always, you can catch me tonight and every Thursday night at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for an electronics night. And you can find the links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Next thing I know, they stopped and they put a spotlight on us. And he said, if you're going to do it, you better do it now. And there we were. It was
and he dropped. He dropped on one knee,
and
I stopped breathing right there.
And all of a sudden, there's thousands of people, and they're clapping, and they're yelling.
Say yes!
And she said yes, and everybody heard it. They went nuts.
I'm Steve Samaras of Zachary's Jewelers. That was Michael and Juliana's story of yes. Start your story with Zachary's and beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced Forevermark diamonds at Zachary'sJewelers.com.
You know, 2 or 3 years ago, most people had never even heard of a podcast. Now suddenly, there's so many of them that you trip over them while going out to get the paper every morning. So we get it. You have a lot of choices. So here's one to put at the top of your listening queue. The Maryland Crabs Podcast. Hosted by me, Tim Hamilton, and my partner in podcasting, John Fernay, The Maryland Crabs is a bi-weekly podcast that covers everything Maryland, from politics to business to local issues. And in addition to regular episodes, we offer regular crab cakes, which are shorter episodes that are light on filler and just as tasty as regular episodes. You never know who is going to show up as a guest. We've had a wide variety of people in the hot seat over the past few years that run the gambit, all the way from Governor Hogan to local business owners who are ticked off about something or another. We keep it lively, we keep it fresh, and we keep it interesting. Well, mostly. But still, if you're looking for a local podcast with a local angle, then you're going to want to tune in to the Maryland Crabs. Visit us at themarylandcrabs.com, or better yet, subscribe via your favorite podcatcher so you don't miss a single episode. The Maryland Crabs Podcast. Just listen.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.